Until something's proven empirically, epistemological concepts, whatever your conceptual ideas, they have to make a juxtaposition with reality someplace so that you know by empirical evidence that what you have said was reality is tested to be reality and proven to be reality. Now, if that was above some of your heads, I was throwing that out for a few out here to think that they are too intellectual for us. There are always a few that come in and think that they have a great deal of wisdom that they can somehow give we poor, struggling people here, polarized as we are in the lower end of the socioeconomic income picture. They think that they can reach down to our drab existence and lift us up.
Hello, traders. Welcome to earnings season. Just looking at Bitcoin here. We got a little bit of 4-hour bearish divergence. You make a high, you make a slightly higher high with lower levels on the MACD histogram. Clear, concise, by the book. Could imply a shorter term reversal to the downside. But just holding up, 4-hour engulfing candle, bearish engulfing candle for now. That's the update on the lesser time scale. Can y'all hear me? Stream on. AJ hung up on his wife for the stream. Thank you so much for that. I'm sure that's gonna work out very well for you. It's either that or you owned Google for the market closed, and it's down 5.4% after hours, sitting around $143.30. So you can see right there. Not a big deal though. I mean, 5%, 6% drawdown. Is it making a lower? Like, say we open tomorrow at this price, is Google making a lower low than previous low? No. That's all that matters. It's about the trend. Yeah, it's gonna be a gap down. Only after just yesterday making the highest price in human history. So they ran it up leading up to earnings, and there you go. It's not really surprising at all. Assets doing well, and then earnings, and then a lot of times big pullbacks. So no big deal. And then Microsoft, I don't think it's bad at all. It was only down 1%. Yeah, it's not even down 1% now. So see, not even a big deal on Microsoft. Still just, I mean, what happened today and yesterday and the days before, all-time highs, like every day, continuously. Highest daily candle, well, second highest candle close ever, but intraday, it was the highest price you had ever seen. Got to like $413 roughly, so down 0.6%, doing far better than Google. AMD though, I mean, at the time I looked at it, because these things change over the hours. When I did look at it, it was down about 5-6%, and it's still down 5.7%. So currently trading right here at 162.22, and you know what that is? An old all-time high back from November of 2021. So hopefully they can keep the price propped up above that. But again, anytime you have a run like this, is like Bitcoin from October. Oh wait, it's October, right? You are pushing your luck after impulses that last for months, but it's not a big deal. Like even like Bitcoin pulls back at 48, 49K, who cares? Because the pullback will most likely end up being a higher low than previous low, just like AMD. Not really that worried about it. You had a couple more that reported earnings. After hours. Another those were the big ones though. Yeah, other ones you're probably not gonna really care about. Match.com, right? The online dating service, down 1.59%. You know what's crazy about Google is like they over year, their revenue is up 13.69%. That's wild, dude. So who cares about like, yeah, they're down like after hours. Who cares? They had a very good report. So Match.com, it's kind of an interesting chart, isn't it? Like here's one low, here's the second low back in 2018, right? And the second low was slightly lower than the first low, and look what happened after. And then here we are on Match again, and it's 2023. And it's a low, then it's a slightly lower low, and a gap down on earnings. And now you've recovered, you've recaptured, the buyers recaptured the level, and you're surviving earnings. So anything on Match is good above 31.68 to 33.42. Right there. See it? Now it would be really cool to see some sort of discernible Formal back test. Oh my God, it could be like a trade setup if you got something like that. But for now, you just kind of got to wait, but maybe have your alert set up at the 33s, 32s. You hear the beep. You want to look at it. Right angled and descending broadening formation potentially as well, like right, a horizontal line on the top, down sloping support on the bottom. And that's normally, like by the book, a bullish reversal pattern, but we'll see. It's kind of whacked out. All right. Yeah, those were the kind of the big ones today. I mean, you had a EA Sports, EA. It's in the game. They're down 1.85%. Not really a big deal. This thing's just, since that run, it's been done, man. I mean, you know, it's definitely okay, but wow, just talking about owning it, it's trading at the same price it was trading at in 2018, 2020, 2021, 22. I mean, it's just flat. Now, I think it could be bullish consolidation. I mean, someone could look at it almost like a whacked out cup with handle, you know, like if you're open-minded, but yeah, I mean, until you're breaking 151, you know, just again, imagination, and like these aren't like lower risk. Like anytime you see a cup with handle, man, or someone talks about a cup with handle, they're just not good inherently, because you could be buying at the worst possible area into a massive double top confirmation high. You gotta think about it. You're always trying to look buy low, sell high, and couple of handles are like the antithesis of that. They're like buy high, maybe possibly buy on the confirmation high. So it's like, is this coupled handle, man? Could be. Again, like a breakout, you know, have your alert set above 148, 150, because it could be price discovery time. I mean, they've been consolidating it. The long-term trend is up there. You know, you're good there. But 5 years of consolidation? Yeah, we'll see. We will see. Activision got acquired by Microsoft, right? Microsoft ate Activision, the biggest competitor, in my opinion, to EA. Which is just wild. Probably no wonder why Microsoft's just not unstoppable. Yeah, we're just looking at a couple earnings reports. We'll go back to crypto now. Look at the other big ones. We looked at Bitcoin. Yeah, Ethereum had a great day, man. Oh my God. Remember that time? The bullish bat pattern. Posted in general chat. Hidden bullish divergence discussed when we looked at it yesterday. And there you go. And if you break 2,400 back to 2,600 plus, remember, the trend is your friend. We got a pullback a little bit because of Bitcoin, but I mean, mainly look, the supply line, there was ample supply. So the pullback was very mild, very shallow actually. And the sellers really weren't even able to make a lower low than all the previous lows from December, which is incredible. And then you got this bad boy that developed, and then type 1 return. But yes, understand, like on the 4 hour, you can see like how real 2,400 is. You're going back to the top of the trading range, and that's like buying high. The closer you are to the pattern completion zone, the closer you are to being able to, you know, adequately manage your risk. And what you would really want is something like this. I mean, this would just be the best specimen thing you could imagine, but you just don't know if you'll get it. And a lower high like that in the previous highs could be like momentum shifting to sellers. Ooh, I don't know. It's just not a great spot for harmonics, but you could play out. Walmart 3-to-1 split. Oh wow. Did the price of Walmart get affected by that? Yeah, it's up 1% after hours. Crazy, man. Yeah, look at this freaking channel. I just love how they defended 151. Look, dude, it's just, I mean, how many times you got to see it to know, like, wow, Look, I mean, the old high from September 2020, December 2020, over and over and over again, you saw the price correlate. Then it flipped from resistance, all of a sudden to support and support. And it's like once and then twice. Confirmed support when it was always resistance. That's so good. And then you're just like in this long-term uptrend too. They recaptured the channel demand line, and yeah, I mean, you can't look at the heart line respect. It's so freaking nice. They run it back up to 173. What the?
Can we look at Caspa? Thank you, Mitch.
What's up, Chicken Biscuit, man? Thank you for the chicken biscuits. The 20, dude. Oh, I can now like your super chat? Oh, I just liked it. I've never seen that in my life. Nice. This didn't exist yesterday. Being able to like it. This is the first day ever. So congratulations, Chicken Biscuit, for the first like they're allowing me to like ever. You did it, man. Jesus chimes for history. We've done it. Nice. I'm always down for you know, if I can play the Jesus chimes, I will play them. If it makes sense. All right, so nice stock split, dude. What's it gonna open at tomorrow? 80s or something? 70s, 60s? Okay, so let's go, you know, back to crypto here, because we were talking about it. But yeah, just looking at stuff happening. Bad news for XRP. I don't even know what to tell you. Like, bad. It's like, whoa, they're gonna 886 it. They're breaking support maybe. Let's go to BNB first. Look at that, man. The supply line being tested, and what happened at the supply line? There was supply. Another lower high though. Yikes, man. Come on. So they rivaled the same low, then you rallied, and then just too much supply. So you could be rolling over to retest 290 again. Again, nothing actionable on BNB. No setup. You know, it's by the book. You know, we utilize the traditional technical analysis framework. There's nothing I see here that exists. So, but hey, cool. That's downsloping consolidation still. Nice. And then XRP. I woe to thee. Oh, it's Michael Scott. SMB, yeah, we'll look at that. Thank you so much. Yeah, looks like XRP is about to lose it. I don't even know what to tell you. That's a bad asset. When you've got all these variables, all these things set up, you got all this support from history, you got a completed M shape, you got bullish ever, and then no one buys. There's something like dysfunctional with XRP.
MSB Mesabi Trust.
We will look. Thank you, dude. I hope you're doing well at Dunder Mifflin. Well, I don't know. Michael Scott's probably, you know, he went to Colorado. What's happening to Michael Scott right now in real life, you know? This is cringe. I mean, XRP is, you know, unless they come in and miraculously defend it, Alex Cobb, you know, takes out his parents' savings and buys. It looks like, I mean, you are on the edge of doom. It's a doom or glory situation. This is very simple. Like, this just is like what it was like in early October, late September on a lot of things like Cardano. I mean, many of them, Neo, you name it. They were worried they're about to collapse 50%, or the buyers will defend it again for like the third or fifth time, and real bids will come in and we'll have a huge markup. And that ended up being what happened, even though it was just kind of like, wow, you just keep making lower highs over and over and over again while testing this level. For instance, let me just show you that one. I mean, ETC is another good example too of that, where it's just like, dude, they complete the M shape, you can't break it, and then lower highs, then you test this support, you even test the other support mystery. Then you test, and you look at this crap, dude, from August all the way to October, an entire month of tests with just local lower highs, and it's like, oh my God, they're about to nuke this thing. But nay, that's when Bitcoin, the fake news, the ETF happened, and it changed everything. But this is like right here, this is where XRP is testing, and it's like death or glory, man. Like Cardano, another good example of this. What are they doing, man? What are they doing? Test, lower high bearish back test, test, and then test. And they defended it, and it held, and then was gone, went up 100%, over 100%. That's XRP right now, and it doesn't really, I mean, it never really, when it's testing, it almost never looks like it's gonna hold. It's not gonna hold, dude. No way. That's why you can't say that you know where something's going next, because it can look so bad, so close to collapsing. And if the bids come in right at the level, I just showed you a couple examples, it can happen just as easily as it won't hold. It's over, dude. Sell that support, sell the, and then, you know, whatever. But they're trying. I don't know. It really, I thought it depended on Bitcoin. Bitcoin had, you know, pulled back a little bit, but not 6%. Like, there's no way to sugarcoat XRP's historical performance. It's virtually like a scam, where you get it right here. I mean, price action. It's so, all right, you get the higher lows and stuff, but how long is it taking and how much is it really appreciating? You get like 1 day on fake news, and then it's over. And look at you, trading at the same price you were trading at 6 years ago. What was Bitcoin trading at 6 years ago? Ethereum at 6 years ago. It's garbage. I mean, this is trash. I hope it holds for the technical setup, but you can't really hold your breath because it's just garbage. No one really wants it. If they did, this would be at 76 cents already. I hope it holds, man. All right, so let's look at Sol. That had a great day, and then it pulled back all the way. Yeah, in power hour, by the way. Like in the last 60 minutes of trading, the whole day of gains was gone. It got as high as 106.50. I mean, and it's almost like a potential shooting star. I'm not really that concerned with it. You know, eventually you'll see a pullback, and you want to see a higher low get put in. I mean, the most incredible thing that could ever happen, probably on the Sol chart, is this. Because then you get like the inverse head and shoulders, a really nice neckline. You get a bullish back test, so you know the market has confirmed the old levels validity as support again. And then you can trade it. It makes sense to trade versus just buying, you know, randomly above 89.50. It's like, I get it, but like, you know, you want those bullish back tests because they're variables that increase your probability of a particular outcome, and which the outcome would be after the successful back test, the markup. So you want that. You really do as a swing trader. You'd like to see 89.50 again, just for the market participants to formally back test it again as support. But you may never get it, and that's fine, whatever. Okay, it broke out though. Like you can clearly see like a wedge breakout, but no back tests. Almost everything in crypto follows Bitcoin. But you did, I mean, like, all right, Sol, very, very disappointing. Chainlink, though, had a good day. And we really could be looking at a multi-month consolidation structure that ends up being positive. I mean, it ends up not being a reversal. You got a higher low now, which means more than before. You got some bullish convergence there. You're just back at this real level. They're gonna test it for the, I mean, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th time. I mean, if you go by days, many countless times. They tested it yesterday. It's such a real level. Like they tested it. There was some supply there, and it pulled back and closed below it. So now I think you're just getting more towards neutral. But again, you got to understand the context. The context is up, a low, a higher low, obviously higher highs. Then these lows are certainly way higher than these lows. So you are in an uptrend. I really just can't be surprised if Chainlink does break out at some point. I just don't know how. It might be 84 more years. But all right, I mean, that's one that had a good day today. Maker had a good day. Well, it broke back above 2,000, which is nice. Maybe a little local second low there. Just looking at it. And then going back to ETC that had a decent day. This really is... Well, I know we talked about it pretty in depth yesterday, and it did have like a 5% update today. That's cool. It's still at this holy grail Jesus level where it's like at the very bottom of this threshold, and the top of the threshold is $40. It's kind of magic right here. You need kind of Bitcoin to hold up and not collapse or anything, but anything above 2258, I mean, really like above, you see all the levels, right? 2469, 2458, whatever, you're above it all. So they can just hold up, man. Just 32.33 repeating, of course, and then $40. Decent day. And everything else. I have to look at it because it's like the comet is here on ETC. You can see it. It's near our atmosphere, whatever. It's flying by. It's beautiful. You can see all the different molecules. What is it? The hydrogen and the tail of the comet. You can see it, okay? And you can see this one. You can see the DYDX comet too, which is holy grail levels where the Wyckoff accumulation. I mean, this composite operator, whoever it is. He's at the tail end of, I know we talk about it, but I'm going to talk about ones where there's stuff to talk about. And you're just right there like ETC. But what I love about it is just like locally, you have a low and now you have a second low and it's slightly higher than the first low. Convergence. And now like ongoing on this new day, 273. Do you see it? Is it like kind of 273, Larry? Is it like, no, it's 275 actually? No, it's 28. No, it's literally 273. They are literally right now on the new day trying to formally backtest it as support after putting in a confirmation low. And there's this supply line here too that they were trying to break. It's kind of a dragon too, maybe a little bit, but this is just what things will look like before they go up and triple in value. So just good luck. I mean, that's what I'm here for, to show you some of this stuff. Other things, okay, like Uniswap didn't have a bad day. We're talking about that failed Head and Shoulders. It's not failed yet. I mean, they could just end up, there could be like another lower high and then it eventually collapses, but that's going to be based on Bitcoin. But for now, they're holding. They're defended. There really wasn't like too much craziness on the crypto market, man, today. S&P 500 is down 0.32% after hours. I mean, AMD and Google would do that. Intraday had an all-time high. Did not make the highest close ever. That was yesterday. Still, it was like great, right? Just what a day. Down 0.08% today. Yikes. Dow Jones Industrial Average, another day, another all-time high. That is 4 days in a row of closes at all-time highs. And remember that it's the dragon. That was a crazy dragon. A lot of times the dragons will break out, they'll pull back. You'll get a inverse head and shoulders, and that just was a legendary Dow Jones dragon. Can somebody get a picture of Charles Dow and do a cutout and put him on a dragon, because that's this one. Talking about dragon season in crypto that have just begun, right? This is one that played out like, wow, should be in a medieval history book. Yep, the whole dragon tail. PayPal, yeah, they shocked the world, dude. PayPal shocked the world. As said by their CEO, last week, 2 weeks ago, they laid off 9% of their employees today. Yeah, only down 1%. It's really not bad. Dude, I get it. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. But it's just like, they broke this thing. They're trying to defend it right now. And you could almost visualize that Terra Luna fractal where you make a low, then you make the second low a lower low, but the second low ends up being like an inverse head and shoulders. Like the consumer discretionary, it was the XLY had a similar structure. I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about right after I plot this. I mean that right there, one and then two. You gotta wonder. I can't believe that it's only down 1.24% after hours after that. So you see this, and then you just go XLY. Remember, fractals, predictable patterns. Oh wait, it's like one low, then the second low, and the slightly lower low, and the inverse head and shoulders is the second low. And then you go to Luna. And then it's like the same but different before the fraud, where it does the same thing. Dude, it's like one high, the second, flip it over. One low, the second low, it's a lower low, and then the inverse head and shoulders and moon. And then Nat gas. Nat freaking gas. Remember? The low, the slightly lower low. This one was impeccable because it had historical inflection point. It was ungodly. But the lower low and then the inverse head and shoulders, then moon. Inverse moon, right? Because it was bearish. But again, it doesn't matter. Flip the chart over. It's the same psychology. Sellers, buyers, doesn't matter. If you flip it, it's identical to XLY, identical to Terra Luna, whatever. All different markets, right? Then you got like a little brother fractal continued. And natural gas, after that 20% drawdown, has not recovered at all. Just still hanging out. Hanging out, destroyed. 98+% retrace from that low from April of last year. Okay, so but we did not look at the NASDAQ. Let's go back to it. Sorry, I'm kind of hopping all over the place. This was just right at that 886. Look, man, I mean, I'm too weak, weekly, whatever. At the pattern completion zone. S&P blew it out. Dow Jones blow it out, right? But like the NASDAQ, it's right at that 886. This is where a reaction can occur, where it oftentimes does occur. It's perfect. I mean, like, thinking about that, it's like, it's not the area to be like, it's time to take fresh longs, man. You're paying premium, 88% premium. There's no value, just premium. And then the IWM that may be partial decline. I don't know. All right, all they gotta do is break 200. A rectangle with a potential partial decline, hidden bullish divergence, getting some positive momentum again, and soon, I mean, possibly any more updates, you're gonna be getting back in the bullish control zone. I mean, maybe they're trying to bottom it out. Think about how like there could be like a massive rotation. I don't know why. I mean, so many of these companies are garbage. I don't know why institutions would put their money in, half of these jokes that make up the Russell 2000. But it does look interesting, just sideways for a couple years. Okay. Oh, we gotta look at, come on, man, like, things that were looking okay, looking good. Look at, like, Bolero, an individual stock. Highest daily candle close since late September of 2023. Remember, you're watching the stream to reinforce the things that you should look for. If you're going to be scanning charts yourself, if you're going to be trying to take longs yourself, set up stop losses strategically, I'm just trying to keep showing you what you're looking for. So one day it'll just click. You'll be like, dang, man, this is a great looking setup. Because an old resistance flipped to support. It was recaptured and then reconfirmed as support above the 200. A bunch of higher lows. The trend before was higher highs, higher lows, man. Survived earnings. Even if you go like the 12 hour, the 4 hour, it's a confirmation low right there. Really nice. And again, just a huge up day, up 2.54%. And looks like you're well on the way to the top of this channel, reaccumulation range, whatever you want to call it, sell wall. 147 to 150, and then after that, all-time highs maybe? Yeah, all-time highs on deck. Halliburton was not as good. It was down like 4 or 5% today. It was like, what happened, man? And then they pulled it back. They like ran it up. I don't know. I guess it was like to window pane, fill that gap right there from a few days ago, 23rd. But you want to talk about dragons, man. We looked at the Dow Jones Industrial Average dragon. Here's the crypto dragons, the Halliburton dragon. This is an aerospace defense dragon. Back and recaptured the 200-day moving average. All that divergence. And just look at history, man. Like 1 dragon, 2 dragons, 3 dragons, 4. Every time a dragon gets painted, it's a higher low. More than before. Someone's reaccumulating by the looks of it for now. And then just before, though, look, I mean, Halliburton is like this specimen. All it is, it's just a bunch of dragons. It's the dragon. Right? Like a foot, the second foot, the spine breaking out. Look, another dragon, like a higher low dragon. That, I mean, come on, man. Talk about predictable patterns. Some people just trade one stock because they know it so well. Man, Halliburton must be like, hey, I just know about dragons. I'm just going to trade dragons. Okay, Halliburton dragons play out so well all the time. You know, just identifying them in hindsight. Again, for the sake of reinforcing good behavior. Reinforcing the good. The dragon. The moon. The dragon. Okay. You get it. So it just keeps going, dude. Look, oh my God, another. What are they doing? Another one. You get all the, and it's like all the little confirmation lows you could ever dream of. Look at this, man. No way. Even on like right here, you got like the 12 hour, 4 hours, probably like really nice. This one's okay. I mean, right? Like 1 and 2. Dragon. Okay, so let's see. He's gonna play out this time. Maybe, dude. Yeah, Occidental Petroleum. All right, I mean, we're talking about actionable, lower risk side of things, buying low, confirmation low, divergence, convergence. Yeah, it was good. It was up 1.17% today. Upside $67 and change. Like if it just goes to the next level, like 14% upside from here. And if it goes to the very tip top of the range, you can clearly see it. You know it. You're talking about like 24% upside in Occidental. Though I get it though, the moving average down sloping. I'd like to see the price above the 200. I'd like to see the moving average up sloping. Like again, the difference between that and Halliburton, it is different, right? Like you can see the moving average is still up sloping and they're recapturing it. That's what you want. A VLO, this is the type of 200 moving average you want. You want it to be up sloping. You want it to be getting defended. I mean, sideways is fine too, but just being above it. It just not down. You just don't want those things to be going down. It takes a lot of price action to move a moving average from up to down. But yeah, you got, we'll look at some more. I don't know, like COP had a good day today. It's pretty cool. I mean, Dragon-esque in a way. No real help on the oscillators, but a demand line. Demand at the demand line. Now, a back test of that would be really nice, where you could, again, back tests are good. Higher low back tests are the best, right? You could get some sort of rally and then just something like this to really confirm it. I mean, as a trader, a swing trader, position trader, you want confirmation. If you can have it, those are the best trades. They're the lowest risk. That's when bots, algos, humans all understand the second time it's lower risk than the first. The first are for scalpers and some degens. Second for swing traders, position traders. So, I mean, you look and you can see like one low, then a second low, kind of. Not always. I mean, you could say 1 and 2 there. But that would be what you would want on ConocoPhillips, in my opinion. And what else? Not just the confirmation low. It's also confirming accumulation, reaccumulation lately. Like you get it, higher low than before, but again, it's all about locally and lately. The best argument for a trade to enter like now. Tesla wrecked after hours, yeah. They didn't report though. It's down 2.84%. You know, again, like it's above 180. 180 is a very real level of inflection, as you can clearly see based on the chart. Not my opinion. It's above that. Even after hours being down almost 3%, it's above that level, so it's fine until you break that, though. 154 is the next hard target. Lots of distribution, man. This looks nothing like the other Magnificent Six, this being the 7th. Nothing like it. Go back to, oh, man. Yeah, like, see, I don't know what happened. Like, Schlumberger, did it have earnings? It didn't even have earnings. Something just happened. There was no split, dividend, exit date not there. I don't know. It was just collapse. But as you, and it fell below the channel. But still, like, it's kind of at this level here. If you wanted to try to long it, maybe below 47, they'll fill that. They'll probably fill that gap at some point. But dang, man, see the struggle at the 200. Wow, I don't know what happened. Must have been some sort of news-driven catalyst, contract drilling. Dragon, still, and the Dragon's not dead yet. Dragon doesn't really get invalidated until you start breaking the feet price. Hess trying to make a one low, the second low, hidden divergence. Still just right at that 200. Struggling some. But just trying to do what it's done, right? Like you have the correction in the uptrend, the attempted rally, then the pullback, then the second low, then, you know, another big rally. Yeah, you pull back, but you see it? Like you get 1 and 2 there before rally. 1 and 2, maybe 1 and 2. ExxonMobil wasn't really the greatest because it's still like I would like to see ExxonMobil back above 104.85. They closed it right at it. But again, how someone could just articulate a dragon, right? The one wave down and the two small waves. And, you know, maybe the RSI has some bullish divergence, clearly. But what a close today. It closed actually above the old 2014 high. You know, that was what a run before what we call the oil glut. It was terrible. People's lives were destroyed because there were just so many layoffs. Not just the price of oil stocks collapsed, but workers gone. And that's what's happening in most facets of the economy right now. UPS, right? The unions are like, we're gonna raise wages to $170,000 per person. They're laying off thousands of people as of today. And then the PayPal laying off tons of their workforce. Twitch. There's a list. I posted it earlier in the general chat. Tons of layoffs. So Marathon up 6% because it is Kang. Can you believe it, man? Mother of God. What are we doing? This should be called MPC Live, not Bitcoin Live. Marathon Petroleum Live. Extend this out because Unreal 1 and 2 and 3 and pretty much at overbought, how they defended, how they recaptured and then they redefended. It looked stupid and it blew up today, up 6%, highest close in human history. You got anything to say about this, man? I think we looked at BP, someone requested it. Someone could look at it like a dragon shirt. Highest daily candle close on BP today since the 5th. See, below the 200, the moving average is down sloping. But yeah, there was certainly some divergence there, but above all, 33.77, 34.74, a very real inflection point. Defended. It's not a joke. And we looked at it yesterday, the consequences of buyers defending it. Yeah, it's just contradicting variable, though. One high, then the second high, 886, like a bearish harmonic, right? Completed. Not the greatest. All right. So anyway, man, I don't know. Did I have a request? I think one or two, maybe. I think two requests. Chicken Biscuit wants Caspa. Nah, like never. No, it's over. Looks like composite operator is done, and the composite operator is quietly, subtly offloading his position. Because if he offloaded it at all at one time, it would absolutely crash. This thing would be down at like 5 cents. But he's smart. He's not going to do that. He's not going to create a panic. So he's exiting. He's already made his money, and he's just slowly selling more and more to the dumbest money you can imagine. And this trend has reversed, I think. And I think there's a lot of downside potential. I think like the target from here is probably 5 cents again. It's an S coin, man. It's Caspa. It's nothing special. It was beautiful. TA was respected unbelievably. Tripled the measured move of the ascending triangle. Very fast. But again, it played out. The conclusion of the chapter in the book, and now there's a new book, and it's called Distribution, Lower Highs, Lower Lows, Lower Highs, Lower Lows. Why the would you even care about this? Remember, the Caspa comet was in plain sight. You could see it for a while, for a couple months, and then it was gone. And now you have to wait another 100 years before the Caspa comet comes again. Mesogamma, no. Jonathan did not like the totals, but now he will. Jonathan, do you like totals, man, or do you hate totals? If you hate totals, I will quit streaming. This will be my last stream ever if Jonathan doesn't like totals. So I'll ask again. Jonathan, my whole career depends on if you like totals.
I like turtles.
Thank God. Okay. All right, we're good, dude. We're good. Here it is, $1.605 trillion market cap. Above 1.56, so we're okay, but no higher highs yet lately. Lower low, I guess, lately. Yeah, okay. Meh, okay. Not much to look at. A little 4-hour bearish divergence on Bitcoin, continuing to play out by the looks of it a little bit. And that is all we know. But yeah, Caspa, dudes, it doesn't matter if it just randomly pumps 100% in a second, tomorrow, whenever. It's the fact that you're witnessing someone offload and there's less than before. You are no longer doing what was going on. Higher highs, higher lows. The composite operator was accumulating over and over and over again. Then he painted this Jesus triangle, and then the breakout, and then the outperformance, and then the tip top, the confirmation high. He tried once and no more. Second time, all right, it's confirmed over. Talking about confirmation highs and lows. And then the drawdown, the low that's lower than this low, then the lower highs that are lower than this high, distributed. And then now a lower low than the previous low, and you can tell, and it's certain. And so guess what's probably coming next? A lower low. And then probably back to 5 cents eventually. This is the last thing. I mean, this applies on any market after a huge run up. I mean, this is the stuff that it looks like after DYDX. We showed you. You'll get probably a run like this eventually, and then it will be over. Like the composite man who was accumulating will start offloading. Okay, eventually this guy, person, people that are accumulating quietly, subtly, as to not create a panic, just like a huge markup phase, and the composite operator is happy with how much he made, and now he's just offloading over and over and over again, huge amounts, fading the tops, and eventually you will see a collapse. Because he's done. But the good news is it's the inverse. He's accumulating. He wants a big payout. He's been accumulating for a long time too. Been defending his support since June of 2022. Then you really started seeing his signature, in June of last year, like a year later. Accumulation. Now, like right at a breakout point. And I just love the confirmation low there. We'll see. I mean, maybe Bitcoin rolls over, all bets are off. You'll fall right back below 273. I'm just saying, it looks promising for a lot of upside. That's a lot of accumulation over a long period of time for nothing. So, hello? Yeah, it was a pretty tame day. There weren't like many like insane gainers or anything like that. I mean, a lot of things were up 1%. I mean, you did have like General Motors. Good God, it blew up. It went crazy.
Mitch, I know we are now partners with Tangia, so can you come in on Saturday and give them a call and ask why there is no Jonathan liking turtles? It seems to be a gap in the Tangia business plan. That would be great. Thank
you, Bat Trump. Well, Jonathan is on retainer. We pay him very well. So if he doesn't show up for work, we'll get someone in here who likes some other animal. Easy. He's replaceable. Jonathan is replaceable if he doesn't show up. All right. So, wow, what a day. You can see some inverse correlation money flow going on, right? I mean, like money pouring out of Tesla, going into GM maybe after they broke this channel or broke the range and then went down to another key level and they freaking defended it. And that's what I'm talking about. Like it was like maybe 1 and 2 confirmation low, but kind of not. I mean, daily normally you'll get a rally and then you'll see a very discernible second low, but no, not yet. Not here. Crazy, man. What's up, Politicus? Take your like. I'm liking your contribution. Thank you, dude. First day that's ever happened. Oh yeah, Costco all-time highs. Cisco, virtually a food monopoly. See, no real actionable trade based on the traditional technical analysis framework that is taught here and taught all over. What I learned, there was no real like, oh, what a great long, what a holy grail. No, there wasn't. It was just they broke a key support, they recaptured it, they didn't even really back test it, and it's just been V-shaping. The V-shapes are kind of like defies all.
Hey Mitch, please S on my S coin.
Good earnings.
I'm
great
4x
earnings
up on
this morning.
CUDOS. Cheers.
Politicus, yes, we will look at that kudos coin. He's up 4 times. Quintupled his money. I have the chat. So some good earnings. I mean, again, I don't know how the earnings could be bad. It's not like they've like legit monopolized the industry. So you go to a restaurant, there is an extremely high probability you are using Cisco provided foods. Like the restaurant you eat at, this company provides it. They distribute it. Okay, so this continues 85.79, and then you could be off. It's not, V-shapes. You don't get. It's hard. You can't swing trade them adequately. They don't really. You're always waiting for the confirmation as the swing trader. That's why That's why you got thousands of assets you could look at. What was that? Request, man. Oh, MSB for Michael Scott. MSB, Mazabi Trust. Meh. Yeah, emphasis on the meh, Mazabi Trust. Never been here before. No memory of this place, but so that we go to the weekly, right? You go to a foreign chart you've never been to before. Go look at all the data. What's the history of it? What's the trend? Oh, it is an all-time no trend, really. I mean, trades 1986 about the same price as 2015. But yeah, I mean, sure, there's this peak back from, it's an inflection point for sure. I'm not gonna say it's not. Inflection point from 1979. What were you doing in 1979? They've regarded it as a resistance, support before. They've also broken it a bunch of times. And they're trying to hold on. What I hate about it is, again, it's like you're at a support. You've been testing this support since October of 2022, right? Like that was the absolute nadir of the 2022, recession, downtrend, correction we were in. Things got destroyed. Things lost 88 to 99% of their value in that 1 year period. And this asset's virtually trading the same price it was at. And it had a terrible day. It was down 2% and about to go test 1832 again. The issue is the fact that, context, here's your high, May of 2021. Here's a lower high, October 2021. Guess what? This was the top. This was the top for crypto. This is when the Bogdanovs died. This is when the Fed presidents were banned from trading on the stock market. That was the top. And then the bottom. and you're trying to tell me that there is clearly no composite operator in any way accumulating MSB on the weekly. None. Only lower highs. I don't care if it rallies. It could hold. They could hold. Hey, they're going to test it for the 100th time. Let's throw a party. An MSB 100th time testing 1832 and 1979 support, and it holds. Congrats, dude. But there's no higher lows locally, and there's certainly only lower highs. And you're certainly below the 200-week simple moving average. And the divergence, the bullish divergence that you can see kind of on the MACD only, not the RSI, there is no performance. In fact, this is like the lowest high you have seen. Look, this high right here, this rolling over on the weekly, lower than all these highs, lower than this high, than all these highs. When's the last time? Lower than this high from 2020. When was the last time you made a high this low? You got to go back to 2017. It's just like garbage. Is it near an M-shaped completion? I don't really see this is X to A, okay? If this is X to A, this is deep right here. I think you could, my whole point of like, I guess going into this is like, you can find something, or, you know, the applied framework taught here, you can find it on something else and there's no problems. There's higher lows, there's accumulation, there's good trends, historical trends, only higher highs, higher lows. I don't really know if they make money, but they pay 7.25% dividend. So if it's trading at the same price as October 2022, I mean, like, you know, you're getting paid 7.25% dividends and you're making no money. They're just paying you to own the asset that doesn't really go anywhere for whatever, 18 months, however long it is. But again, remember, we're talking about it's trading at the same price it was trading at in 1979. It reminds me of XRP. It's like the old man's XRP, MSB. Okay, great, dude. Thank you. I do appreciate the contribution, right? Just, again, we're always looking at these as like, are they actionable swing trades right now for longs? And do they have all those variables that we look for, that we learned about in the textbooks over the past 100 years of people's life's work and research? It's always the question when I get a request, okay? All right, kudos for Politicus. Lazar, the chances are no. Chances are probably not. Kudo is Capo? No, kudos is kudos. Oh God. Kudos on KuCoin. Hey, there we go, man. It's like, I thought we were friends. I mean, like, you know, it came off an all-time low. Triple bottomed by the looks of it. Pretty nice looking. Inverse head and shoulders or something. Yeah, sure. Spring back test of spring. But it's like played out, like ran. Now what? I mean, you want me to anchor it like right here? There's a swing low back from 2022, a scam wick, tested again. I mean, it is very real. Once, twice, thrice, fifth time, like 5 touches support, and it was once again, right, tested here and here. I mean, you could look at it like a dragon, kind of, you know, and it's like a XABCD. It's like in the same category as a lot of altcoins right now, just to be real, like FIL and HBAR and KSM and, you know, whatever. There's a ton of altcoins, a homogenous looking market right now. It's dragon season. So sure, it broke the supply line of that dragon, but it's not making a higher high yet. It hasn't broken the January 15th high. It could just be another low high. But yeah, you know, a lot of times these structures end up turning into stuff like this. Like something like that, an 886, whatever. And there's nothing to do now. Like, I don't think, like, the closer you are to 78.67, the closer you are to being able to strategize an entry. If you are this far away, this high, this many percentage points away from that level, you can't adequately enter and then set up a stop loss after the entry. You can't. So there's just really nothing to do on this chart. But wait. Again, like if you got something like this, okay, oh my God, a second test locally, and then divergence became very real and apparent, then entry and then stop loss, and then we're good. You get stopped out, you lose barely anything, and the upside is maximum inherently because you're that close to the support. Look at the price. What happens when they defend it? It can go insane. So you have to wait. There's nothing to do right now. All right, we made it to the hour mark, man. Look, dude. What do you want me to do in these market conditions? I mean, like, they're stocks, they're tradable. We can make money, but it's like there's no hype here. Like, there's hype on the markets for traditional technical analysis and trading and all that, but I mean, like, there is no hype. It is just business and cool and calm, collected. It's not a hype in the chat. Like, the only thing that drives hype is Bitcoin, nothing else. Bitcoin has done nothing, just about nothing, in going on 2 months. 2 months flat, trading at the same price it was trading at December 5th. Okay. So that's it, man. You give me an hour and updates and education centric in that hour, and that's it, man. So I appreciate y'all coming out. Thanks for likes, love, support, contributions, and until next time, respect, TA.
Gentlemen in the mix.